So I want to do this video on the new user interface and how to load certain functions. We had broken up the way it's loaded to kind of help the UI kind of be a little faster when you first are setting things up. But if you have the proper server settings that I have on the previous video, I don't know, so I'll probably link in this description. Check out that video. And if you're using 2008, you might have some issues. But if you move over to 2012 and put the exact server settings I have, because and then it should work a lot better. I will help someone else with it, and it makes it like navigate way smoother. Not sure why, but it's just the way it is. So if you're having that issue, migrate over 2012 and then use the settings I have. Okay, because certain servers have different settings, and what you see on my video won't appear on the 2008 version. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you how the UI is being loaded now. So once you have this all loaded, you'll notice that a lot of buttons don't work. You're like, dude, it's not doing anything. It's not even launching browser. You need to make sure you load up the settings first. It'll load the settings, then you can then load up the function, because they don't know what to do. It goes from 4 weeks to 2 days. Once it goes 2 days, I know that it loaded from my file of what I saved. You also want to click it again one more time. If you don't click it twice, you're going to pull your hair out, because you're trying to tune something and you're setting coin pairs. The second click loads the coin pairs and your base coin and all this other stuff. Otherwise, you'll start to see it delete certain bots and sim bots, and it's not selecting the pairs you want, the base pair, and it's doing some other weird stuff. That's because you didn't click the load twice the second time. Okay. So once you do that, you can then adjust your settings, add the wallet, and do what you gotta do. But make sure you, before you do that, actually launch the browser, and then you want to navigate to the one Mad Hatter bot, because it pulls data from the Mad Hatter bot. Okay. So you just give it a few minutes. It doesn't respond too quick, but it should work. Alright, so let me wait till it loads, and then we're going to navigate to any Mad Hatter bot. So once that's open, it'll know where to pull data from. So then when you click on load symbol, that'll appear, but since I'm loading from file, I have everything I need. I don't need to load all this stuff. But that'll be a reason why it's not loading. Okay. Once that's done and you navigate to where you want to be, I want to be doing tuning, then I want to initialize everything now. So once you click initialize all functions, it will then load up the smarts for it to know how to tune. Then you click on 24/7 tuning. As soon as you click that, this should all light up with some numbers, and it'll start to work. Once you see that, you can click right over and look at my thing. It'll start to scan bots and start to tune. So let's give it a few seconds to kind of do its thing. Load up some initial variables. It'll pull in the remote back test and start to scan through all the bots. So it's checking, deleting bots. Trade, that's interesting. Alright, QSP, QMR. I'll give you a few seconds. I want to make sure I confirm it here so that you kind of see that it's working too. Okay. $71. Yep. Alright, so right now it's gonna be checking, deleting bots that don't need to be there. Bots that are not in my top 75 market cap. If that's dropped out of that, it's going to check it and delete it and add other bots that are moved up into that coin market list. And then check the timestamp. It will find bots that need to be tuned. If it needs to be tuned, it will tune it, and then move on from that point. Okay. So it looks like it's doing what it needs to do. Kind of be careful with this. When you start seeing it delete and it doesn't move on, it keeps deleting more and more and more. There's probably something wrong with the load. Just close it, close the tuner, load it twice again, make sure it's working where it needs to be working, and then let it progress. QTM. Alright, so that should be it. Go ahead and try that when you're initially loading it up, and that should be working well. Okay. Alright, so now it's starting to tune, so it looks like it's progressing where I want it to be progressing. Now it's starting to check bots, make sure it's within proper dates, and start retuning. Okay, thanks.